Hello, hello. It's time for Fishing Friends. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fishing Friends with Danny and Gina. I'm Danny,
I'm Gina.
and this one's going to be interesting. I hope it can be a good episode. I've had a really like rough week.
Yeah.
I It started out pretty good. I found the fish that I wanted to get for this 55 gallon, and I they looked really good from Pet Supplies Plus as well. So I got 7 of the Colombian like red blue tetras, I believe is what they are. That have like the nice like blue metallic like mark on the top, and then the red fins. They were looking really good, and I got one of the like Siamese algae eaters, and I'm pretty sure like this one was a male because it had like red and yellow on its fins and like a really dark color on its body as well. And
Huh.
so I was like, sweet, these fish are gonna look great in there. And I put them in, and they looked great immediately. Like they started coloring up really good, and they were like schooling around and doing exactly what I wanted them to do. And I was just like, sweet, this is gonna be a really awesome tank, and I'm happy with it. And then the very next morning, they were all dead.
That
And it's
sucks.
just like, what the hell? They were all stuck on uh, the friggin' power head. And except for one, there was one little Tetra swimming around, and he lasted for I think 2 more days before he died. And so I didn't get him replaced or anything like that. I one, they probably didn't have 7 of those to replace him anyway. And I figured if they all just died right away, there must be something wrong with the tank. But like the water tested fine even after all the dead fish in there. And I don't know what else. Like the only thing I could think of is maybe the power head was just too much power or something. I
Yeah.
don't. I might just need to try turning that off. But I did want to make sure it had enough circulation with how the big rocks and stuff in there. But I guess maybe it's just too much. But I'm gonna let the tank sit again for a little bit before I add any more fish in there. I just don't know what happened. Want to
That
start a
sucks.
Ninja tank? And see, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
I've tried a lot of different fish in this tank, and they all like seem to just like die. And I thought maybe it was the other scape or something like that. And so I completely redid the scape, did a big old like change on everything. I completely redid everything, took all the water out, and changed the filter and everything. Like so, it's pretty much like a brand new tank or whatever. Except it's already cycled, and like I just don't understand. So there's that, and then yeah, on Thursday, um, all of a sudden, like the weather here in St. Louis, it just dropped really crazy. I'm not sure if it was on the news or anything like that because I don't watch television. I'm sure it's a lot. There's a lot on the local news for sure, but I don't know if it made any sort of like national news or anything. But it's specifically where I work, like not like where I drive. Like I work specifically my zone where I drive and deliver is like where I live pretty much here in like Florissant area, whereas um, the the depot where I work at is way out in St. Charles County, Fallon and stuff. And that's where we got this crazy storm where, like, apparently a tornado actually touched down somewhere around there. And there was just crazy amount of hail. And uh, so I kind of had heard about like there's hail and stuff or whatever, but where I was working during the day, like Florissant didn't really get much of anything
Yeah,
early. They
it
got
was
a lot of
just
rain later in the evening, but no like hail or anything like that really. And so I'm just driving back to the depot and I pull in and I see a couple guys like out walking in the parking lot, like looking upset and stuff. I'm like, oh man, they must have had a bad day as well or something like that. I didn't have the greatest day in sales or whatever. But no, they were looking at their cars because right where the depot was just got completely hammered with hail that was larger than a golf ball. Probably like clementine size would be the proper way to describe how big it was. Maybe like
yeah.
if you're trying to, but oh my goodness, like huge, and just got completely pelted. And so then I went and looked at my car, and so then it's like what I got. Look at my hood. It looks like I had a freaking ex-girlfriend with a hammer just punching it everywhere.
That
What's wrong?
sucks.
And then
No.
windshield's cracked. Passenger side where the plastic is on the door got punched and is cracked and broken. I could peel that off. Then if you look at my roof glass, it's just
Jeez.
shattered all the way around. That's how big the friggin' hail was.
Oh.
That hole is like the size of a baseball. And then like that's like the top view of it. So you can see it's like there and it just cracked all the way around. I'm pretty sure you guys can see my mouse with this. So it just cracks all the way around. And then
my God.
I got my stuff out and closed my door, and then it cracked even worse.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's all the way around. And
it's crazy because I was off. This was on
holes in this plastic area in between my hood and my windshield.
Yeah. What's crazy is this was Thursday, right? Because I was off.
Yep.
And yeah, and here in Florissant, it was like it went just north of us. Like I could go outside and see the storm mass, but it was just north to where here in Florissant we didn't get anything. So I got lucky.
Yep.
But yeah, I heard down in Fenton, it was like almost baseball sized hail. So it was like just north and south of us got hit with all
this. It was just, yeah. But my car happened to be parked where it was really bad, even though I wasn't there. And man, so my car is still there. I had a coworker take me home because it was still raining when I was there. And so there's no way I could tape anything up or anything like that. And if I didn't do anything, being cracked all the way around like that, if I go take off on the highway,
yeah,
the whole glass panel is going to just fly off.
Yep.
So there was nothing I could do. I just left it there. I didn't go to work on Friday. So I was supposed to still work today. I did work today, but I was supposed to be working today as a 6th day, getting an extra day of pay, working a different route. But I ended up making up for my own day. So I still worked 5 days, but I was hoping to work 6 days this week. And now I'm borrowing my nephew's car, which is I don't know the year, but it's a Toyota Echo, and it's a little 5-speed stick shift. Honestly, though, it's got a really good clutch because I haven't driven a stick shift in years and just, hopped right in and just went going. So it was good stick shift, even though it's really strange because it doesn't have a tachometer to like see what RPMs you're at. So you just like literally have to like feel it, hear it, sort of deal. but it does have like a couple bumper stickers on the back, which I like because one is like it says endangered species, and it shows like the symbol for like a 5-speed manual.
Yeah.
And then it's got another one right in the middle that says, "This is a stick shift, so I apologize if I stall or roll."
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, so
Yeah.
it's good for that because, like, one, my nieces and nephew, well, my niece and nephew like learned how to drive in that car, and then my nephew now has bought his own car, so I think my sister and my brother-in-law just still just own it technically, even though it was at one point my nephew's car. Um, oh well, we got a lot of people in
Yeah, I was
here.
gonna say, do you want to pull those pictures back up? Because we've had people come in since you showed
Oh
them.
yeah, let me first. I
So
got
yeah, on Thursday we had a big storm. Actually twice. We had a storm in the morning and then storm in the afternoon. Well, late afternoon, around like what 4:30. The second storm, the late afternoon one, decided to drop hail all over Danny's car.
yep, freaking Carrie Underwood in my car, man.
Yep.
I dug my keys into the side of his freaking hit the windshield, hit the plastic on the passenger door.
See, that's crazy. So your
But yeah,
whole
this
roof
is
is glass,
basically
or is that like a moon roof?
so my whole roof is glass. It has
Oh,
a sunroof, a moonroof, and just like continues to go all the way back.
that's right.
Um, and so, yeah, that's where it got punched and it broke all the way around. And then when I opened the door to get all my stuff out and closed it, it shattered even more.
Yeah, that's crazy.
all the way around.
So my big eventful, well, I have two eventful bad things that happened this week, same day, but oh, hold on. Do I not have Discord open on my computer? I sure don't. Hold on, let me get Discord open. Um, oh, it is
While
open.
she's
There it is.
getting Discord open, let me take a second to say hi to everybody that's rolled in
Yeah.
here because I said hi to like 2 people and then just started talking. But we got Bunny Viper here. We got Jeff Kane here. Great to see you guys. Leo209 Aquatics is here. Mark Sterlson. Good to see both of you too. Danikin Aquatics is here. What's up, Kenny? Go with the Flow Aquatics. Richard Reynolds is here. What's up, buddy? We got Bionic Bigfoot. I ain't not here, Danny and Gina. Cry, 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 cry. Oh no. Scotty the Fish Freak is here. How you doing, Scotty? Fish Fam Link is of course here with them doing the mod stuff with the AI being the awesome AI that it is, not that stupid googly YouTube one that I don't like. What's up, Stephen P? How you doing? We got Mickey and what the hell, dang? Yeah, I know my card, dude. Yeah. Oh, yep.
So
And to one of
Nathan,
my workers from the hail too. Just punched the plastic right off of there.
so Nathan, oh, let me see if I can open this in browser.
Shady
Oh, there
Grady,
we go.
what's up? And
Oh
Jenna
gosh.
P's here. Mel Wool. Hello. Boots Cats, Boots Cats. And Fish Trap Canada, what's up? Just scrolling down real. Okay, we're all the way down at the bottom. Lee Wilcox, Rapscallion rolling in here. What's up? What's up? Okay. So yeah, that's
Let me go back
is
to.
that
Hold on.
so that's
What am I doing?
Nathan's
Yeah. So is Nathan's car. He was driving home Thursday, and there was a aluminum pipe in the middle of the highway. Well,
oh
and one semi picked it up. It bounced to another semi that ended up picking it up, like kicking it, and then it hit his car right here.
oh damn.
And then hit his side mirror, and it actually, you can kind of see it here. It scratched his tint that he just had done recently.
Oh,
dent on his window. Well, so yeah, he
well,
came home and he was
on the
pissed.
inside,
So
not the
shattered the
outside.
mirror. Yep. Yeah, he came home not happy. And I told him, I was like, Nathan, like he's like, man, now I just got that tent. Now we have to get the car fixed. And I'm like, Nathan, do you realize this 6 inches over would have been through the windshield? Like could have impaled you? Like
Yeah, that's what
this
those
is
final
best
destination things, man.
this is best case scenario. This is best case scenario that this could have happened. Like this needs to get replaced, and you redo your tent, and this needs to get replaced. That's
He's
not that bad.
when I was saying it and stuff. That's funny.
It's just I say I was in Rico's chat when he came home, and I was telling that chat about it a little bit. But now I got visual aids, so yeah, that could have been a final destination moment. Yep. Yeah, that was
Forget to
crazy.
like and subscribe buttons.
So he drove Kane's wheelchair van to work yesterday, and he's got an appointment to take it into the shop on Tuesday. So
Yep.
yeah, right. Make Nathan watch the log scene from Final Destination so that he can be a pro. Once I talk to him about it and stuff, and I calmed him down, he understands. He knows.
Yep. One good thing is I think I might have seen a couple, at least one little new Molly baby in here.
Oh,
It's
babies!
kind of getting chased at, so I hope it's hiding in the rocks well and is,
So
gonna
it wasn't a pipe that fell off the semi. It was a pipe that was in the road, and the first semi just happened to run over it and kick it up.
Snails nature artist.
So it's not the semi's fault. It's whoever dropped that
Yeah.
pipe. Scales, hello.
Whoever laid the pipe did it wrong.
Yeah. Whoever laid the pipe, laid it wrong. Laid it in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
But I semi agree with this. Like, I think semis should have like their own lane. You know? Like,
That's trade. We already have that.
yeah.
Semis need to go.
I don't know.
People need to stop being stupid and
Yeah.
realize that semi trucks need extra room to slow down and different things like that. So stop cutting them off. Stop being stupid. Get off your darn cell phone and freaking drive. Because I've seen so many videos recently of like, people that are saying like a car cuts off a semi or whatever, and half of them aren't actually people like literally intentionally like cutting off the semi or anything like that. It's people just like most likely on their cell phone or whatever, just like drifting over into the other lane right in front of the semi. Like, so
they're not intentionally shifting lanes.
You could also argue that like motorcycles need their own road or whatever too, but it's like, no, we need to properly share the road and not be idiots. And I say that because I'm a professional driver and like I literally just drive all day, every day. Like I see so much.
Vision, hello. Right. Yeah, no, I totally I treat semis like they have the right of way. Like if I'm in the far left lane passing people and I'm about to I'm ready to go back over right and then there's another semi like in that next right lane, like I wait till they're like I pay attention to see if they're also getting over, and if they are also getting over, I'll just keep cruising and I'm paying attention. I treat semis like they have the right of way.
Yeah. Because I don't even drive a semi. I just drive like a big frozen truck, but it's still a big old truck. But I had somebody, I was going down this road that was a 40-mile-an-hour 4-lane road. So 2 lanes on each side. And somebody from the right hand, from an off road, like from a right hand road, like turned in like right in front of me into the left lane where I was and like stopped in front of me because they wanted to turn left immediately and there was cars there, and I almost slammed right into the back of them because like they literally just pulled out in front of me and stopped. It's like you couldn't wait like an additional like 1 second and then you would have been behind me
Yeah.
because and it was just crazy. Like people think that like everything can just stop on a dime, and when it comes to a lot of these things too, like it is like the trucker's responsibility to make sure that they maintain a safe distance. But yeah, they can't do it if people are just pulling in front of them and constantly pulling in front of them and stuff like that.
Frozen trucks are the coolest. Sorry, I had to. um. Oh, but
Yeah,
Melville
I was
said,
just
"Oh,
gonna highlight that too. Yeah,
I'm sorry."
go ahead.
Uh, she found two Corys in my community tank that somehow beat the odds. One is twice as big as the other, so I got two different spawn baby surprises. Oh, babies! That's
Yes,
exciting. That's awesome.
Corey babies. Yeah, I hope I got at least a couple new Molly babies in there and they start growing up. Because I only got two of the first group or whatever, and they seem to be doing really well now. And one's a male and already doing his little thing. So drugs can be terrifying in the hard rain. Can't see a thing as you or they pass. Yeah, I honestly hate driving in the hard rain in general, especially at nighttime because like I'm kind of light sensitive, and so it's just like really hard to like focus between the road and the windshield constantly getting splashed on with the lights blaring at me, and then like the whole road is just being like reflective like a mirror, and so I can't even see like the white lines into what lane I need to be in. And then you got all the other people out there that like want to drive with like their flashers on and stuff to where it's just like I understand that you think you're being smart, that just like look out, like, you know,
I'm here.
I can't see, but all that does is make it to where I have no idea what you're going to do. Because if
Yep.
you do want to move over a lane, you can't put your blinker on to signal that you want to move over. So you're just like a big old road hazard. like,
And those
which,
reflections are reflecting on the road, so you then can't really can't see the road
yeah,
more.
it
Yeah.
literally, it does not help anybody at all to have your flashes on while you're driving. That's not what your flashers are for. They're like when you're on the side of the road to have your flashes on so that people know to, you know, get out of the way and stuff like that. But if you're on the road and it's pouring rain, we're all already aware that we're hazards. So you don't need to put your flashers on.
Yep.
But man, yeah, I hate driving in the hard rain though. There was one day that I was driving, I was going back driving back the big truck back to the depot, and it just started pouring super hardcore to where I probably couldn't see 10 feet in front of the truck. It was so scary, and that's what was apparently happening on Thursday night to some of my other coworkers. One of my coworkers came in, and he's just like, "Dude, like I've driven in so much different weather. I've driven in blizzards. I've driven in pouring rain. I've driven in like through tornadoes and all this stuff and stuff. That was the scariest thing I've ever done. I almost pissed myself."
Yeah.
Like he was just getting hit with hail and just
Mhm.
pouring, couldn't see, and he was on like one of those like single lane highway roads in the country or whatever, where it's just long
Yeah.
and windy and like 50 miles an hour. So
Hi, Zenny.
then Ginger's here.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I once was driving during like a tornado watch and it started hailing, and yeah, it's just the hail specifically. Like you don't realize it's freaking loud when you're in a car. It
Yeah.
gets so loud. Like you think it's loud in the house? Uh-uh. Like triple that in a car. Holy cow.
Yep. It's very loud. And
But yeah.
yeah,
So you
they
want to
were
know?
having warnings and stuff that I was hearing on the radio about
Yeah.
like if you're in a mobile home, like
Yeah.
it
Cease.
will be destroyed. Like
Yeah, yeah. It
what?
was literally that extreme. Yeah. I remember because Kane had just gotten off the bus and we just hooked up his feeding pump, and the sirens went off, and I checked radar really quick. I'm like, it's just north of us. What the? I guess we're just gonna die. It's fine. I was like, I'm not gonna drag him all the way down to the basement when we're not even like in trajectory. Um, but yeah, we didn't even get rain. Like,
Benjamin
yeah,
Peters is here.
we all need to go back to horses.
Yeah. Rachel, I need glasses. So the ones I get have a reactive coating when the
Oh,
UV
transitions.
lights up. They go dark. Oh yeah, transition glasses. Nice. Yeah, I don't have the transition glasses, but I did get ones that kind of help reflect against like blue light a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really know how they do it because the lens is still like clear.
It's
Like
like a UV coating, kind of like whenever you do tint. So we actually did this on Nathan's car. In Missouri, you can't have the windshield tinted at all, but they have a clear one, so it's still like blocking UV rays, and so you don't get the heat coming through the glass, but it's clear.
yeah,
So all
if
the
you have
benefits.
if you have a certain prescription, you can actually tint part of the windshield, I believe.
Yeah, you can do the visor part. Yeah,
So yeah, without a prescription, you can do like I think it's like up to like 5 inches or something like that on the top. Whereas if you have like a certain type of prescription, you can actually do like up to like 10 inches.
yeah, and you have that on your driver's license. There's like a
Yeah,
special letter that you have on your driver's license.
right.
So Benjamin Peters noticed that's the second bad thing that happened
Yeah.
this week.
Well, at least we weren't successful.
Right, right.
It
Hold on.
wasn't this
Well,
week. That was
well,
26 years ago. Yeah.
this was yesterday. This is fresh. This is like 24 hours old. Um, let me send the picture to the Discord.
Yay, way to come over to Danny's side and hit the like too.
Yeah. So let me pull it up on Discord.
Is that a... Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, I was dumb. It's
Oh,
dumb.
oh
I was
gee.
super dumb. So this is a new vegetable slicer we got from Aldi. It's like a little bowl. It's like this big.
Slice the
With
carrots,
different.
not the finger.
Yep. And it's got different thing. Like there's a grating, there's a spiraler, and then there's just the slicer. Well, I didn't realize how thick of pieces it was cutting, and I was slicing the first carrot, and I was doing it long ways, so I wanted like short little discs, and I wasn't paying attention to how fast the carrot was going down, and yeah, Nick just the very tip underneath the nail of my finger. It bled a lot. That was a bleeder.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was dumb, and yeah, I did not take a bloody photo because immediately took this picture and sent it to my work chat, my manager work chat, and I was like, so I probably shouldn't catch fish for a few days.
Yeah.
And they were like, what the hell, Gina? I was like, yeah, yeah. But then my boss reminded me that we have like those arm length gloves.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you use those. I was like, oh yeah, good, okay, never mind. I can still help and fish. um, but yeah, it's sore. It is so sore.
Oh,
But yeah,
I bet.
that's what happened to my finger.
Yeah, there's a lot of nerves in the tip of your finger.
Yeah, I'm a dum dum. Yeah, that was my second. It was funny because it happened, and Nathan's in the doorway of the kitchen because I was prepping a salad. I was getting a salad together. Um, and that salad mix that we have is like what is it? The sweet butter. So it doesn't have like the cabbage and the carrots and all that. Just can go to work in Jessica Rabbit gloves, right? Um,
Yeah.
Essentially, but they're blue. They're like this obnoxious like blue. It looks like I'm about to go prod some cattle and see like pregnancy checks for cattle or something. like, um,
Man.
but yeah. So Nathan was talking to me in the doorway, and I do it, and I immediately like go like this, and he goes, "Did you get yourself?" I'm like, "No," and then I let it go, and I kind of squeeze it a little bit, and it immediately starts bleeding. I was like, "Yes." Like, do you need help? I was like, can you go get the first aid kit? He's like, okay. No, I immediately stopped slicing carrots. I was like, nope, I've lost carrot privileges tonight. And so I just took the bag with me and I was just eating carrots on the side. They were not included in my salad.
I guess Zen doesn't like ketchup on her carrots, huh?
No. No. But I'm still gonna use it for like grating cheese because it does come with the disc, like the shield. It's just that I wanted the discs of carrots, so I was slicing them like long way so that little shield thing wasn't gonna work. Opera gloves, I think is what they're called. It's those long white gloves that go up usually to like an elbow or can go higher. Opera gloves. Scotty, what?
Jessica Rabbit.
If she'd used the knife, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, but I wanted to use the new grater. Oh yeah, so hers go up like almost all the way up the arm. Yeah, but waterproof. I just realized that the animated ones, they do look shiny, but they could be like satin.
Yeah, it's like satin or silk, something along those lines.
Yeah, so I was a dum dum. Yeah,
That's exactly what she was saying. Like she was
yeah.
gonna give him a horse.
I was gonna go probe some cattle.
Probing
Yeah,
some cattle.
but yeah, it sucks because they have like reinforced rubber on the hands because they're really meant for dealing with like saltwater, like potentially venomous things. So you really cannot feel what you're doing when you're
Yeah.
using them.
Well, that's why I don't like wearing gloves at all when it comes to like doing yard work or any sort of thing like that because I can't feel what I'm doing.
Scotty, I'm not going to ask why you're familiar with those, but not Jessica Rabbit.
Oh man, yeah, that's funny. Big Steve Glassbox Creations is here. What's up, Steve?
Hi, Steve.
But yesterday I was kind of messing around on YouTube.
There it is.
Who is Jessica Rabbit?
There it is.
Where is Jessica Rabbit?
What is Jessica Rabbit? Why is Jessica Rabbit? All right, chat. Let him have it. Anyway, what were you saying?
Yesterday I was messing around on YouTube and actually watched a couple like of those like free documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was these like it was like the deep water lakes of like Germany in like the mountains of Germany, all about like the wildlife in them. And gosh, there's some really cool footage of like pikes and stuff like that, like hunting other fish and different things. And they were talking about pumpkin seed fish and how they were invasive from North America, and that they were showing them doing like different mating ritual and stuff like that, which that was really cool. But there's a couple things that they showed that I had never like seen before, and so I figured I could share it with you guys. Now, one of them I feel like we've talked about before, maybe, but I didn't fully understand it at the time. And that one is a really cool aquatic plant called bladderwort or urtricularia. Um, it's it goes under it, like starts growing from under the water and then it flowers above the water. But what's really cool about it is it's a carnivorous plant.
Oh.
So it's got all these little bladders all over it, which are they have like a little pocket that is like a vacuum. And so they have these little trigger hairs, and so like little Daphnia or seed shrimp or whatever will swim up to it and just like touch it, and they'll just get immediately sucked in to the little bladder and dissolved. And yeah, it's like faster than you. But then, like, yeah, above the water, it gets these cool little flowers and stuff that are really nice and pretty. But yeah, the trigger hair is a little trapdoor, and then it's like vacuum.
It's like a little plant snail. It only goes.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it just sucks it up.
Mike B says, I just watched Duckweed Dance again. I never get tired of it. I actually listened to it on my way home. It's on my playlist and it came on.
Nice. That's awesome.
And on my way to work, I think Algae played and another one that I don't remember. I think it was just your Glassbox Hero.
I bought Urtricularia graminifolia tissue culture and didn't have CO2 and it died off pretty quickly. Oh,
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because you got that bowl full of like little seed shrimp, so you can put it in there.
Yeah. I thought about that, but it's definitely way too big of a plate to put in that little bit of bowl.
Lame.
But I might put some out in my pond when I do that.
Take a scoop out. Take like a cup of water from that bowl out and put the seed shrimp in your pond to make sure that you can get some started.
That's a Paul Reed Smith Custom 24 there, Mikey. There's no other guitar out there like it.
I was gonna say, wait, are you talking guitars now? I don't know what that means.
I have a circular gibbet in a cluster of all my floating plants. Also filmed a short video of them at my local fish store. Just need to get it on my channel.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm off tomorrow. It's the first Sunday I've had off. I'm going to try to have one Sunday off a month.
Tomorrow I get my rental car.
Yeah. Yeah, once a month, my store manager, my boss, is supposed to work at least one Sunday a month. So I asked him, I was like, hey, for your one Sunday a month, can I have that Sunday off? Please. He's like, yeah, we could do that. I was like, nice.
Yep, I've been thinking that they're probably going to end up like totaling my car, most likely.
That is a lot of glass that needs to be fixed.
Because it's all the glass that needs to be fixed, and that specific panel has all like the heat sensors and stuff in it as well. So that's a very expensive panel of glass. And then it's got all the damage along the entire body. Like I just took pictures of the hood as far as all the dents, but there's dents on the entire body of the car. And the plastic on the frame is broken and stuff. Like body work is so expensive on cars nowadays. And my insurance company, being that it's a 2016 car, and I probably also have damage on the inside from water and all that stuff too. Like they're probably just gonna total it. And so I've already been kind of looking at other used cars and stuff like that. It sucks that used cars are so damn expensive nowadays. One good side of it is that my car probably maintained its value just because of the value of used cars going up, but I'm not going to be able to get the exact equivalent of my car now. I'm going to have to get something probably a little bit lower quality.
I was so confused by Zen's comment. I was like, molasses kind. What the hell is Zen talking about? And then I noticed Big Steve's comment. Yes, the only difference between light brown sugar and dark brown sugar is how much molasses is in it. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
But yeah, I agree. Your car is probably going to be totaled because that all that damage on Nathan's car, he already had it like taken to the body shop and had him look at it, and that's like a little over $2,000 worth of damage.
yeah.
So
And my car, when I bought it, it was like $16,000. So it's, probably worth that same amount now, but I'm probably not going to necessarily get that from insurance. I'm looking at probably getting, I'm estimating 12 to 14 if I'm lucky. But we'll see what I can get. I've been kind of looking at some different cars. I was really hoping I might be able to find another Hyundai Veloster because I really like that car. Like
that's a cool car.
I really love driving that car, and man, it's just like I've always wanted a red car too, and I finally got my red car, and like it was just like, man, that was like that was my car. Like I really felt like that was a good my car. Was it fast? It was fast enough.
So
I didn't have the turbo one, but it was fast enough.
when Nathan was looking, when he was looking for a car, but ended up on the settling on the Jetta, he was looking into a Golf. I forget what the maker is. He might be watching, and he might put it in the comments whenever
I
chat
was looking
catches
at
up.
a Golf online. It
Yeah,
was a TDI though, and I don't really want to get a turbo diesel. I don't want to have to worry about buying diesel
he just
gas.
yelled it, but I didn't hear him. Yeah, Volkswagen. There we go. Rachel's got it. Yeah, he went and looked at one, and then he realized he's too tall for it. He doesn't fit in it very well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he
The
got
one
the
I was
Jetta.
looking at was it was it was like not a hatchback, a freaking an actual like station wagon, I believe. Let's see if I can find it. I think I bookmarked it.
But yeah.
Oh no, I didn't bookmark that one because it was a turbo diesel. That's right. I didn't want to do diesel.
Bonnie wants to go back to talking about fish.
Let's talk about fish. Yeah. I was about to get back to fish because another really cool thing that popped up later in the documentary, which I'm not sure if anybody's ever mentioned it before. There is apparently a freshwater jellyfish.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
The Craspedicusca sourbii.
Yeah, they're in their Medusa stage, I think around like late May to July, I think. Or maybe it was like July to August. Yeah. Brookley Bell actually at the Triple Crown, she had messaged Steven because Brookley actually had some in one of her tanks show up.
Really?
And she was like freaking out.
That's really cool.
And so Steven talked to Dan from Dan's Fish, and he's like, hey, do you know what this is? And Dan was like, yeah, I think it's freshwater jellies. And then after they already settled it and figured it out, I remember one evening we were sitting and Steven showed me, he goes, oh, look what Brookley had in her tank. And I go, oh, freshwater jellies. He goes, you just knew? I was like, yeah, I might have done a lot of extensive research on jellyfish, and I came across those.
Yeah, so there's the Medusa. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really cool.
They're in the deep lake in the German Alps, apparently.
They're around here too, in the Midwest. They'll show up in ponds and creeks and stuff.
Really? That's so cool.
Oh, good. Now freshwater keepers can get injured by their pets too. No, they actually don't sting because they're freshwater jellies.
Freshwater jellyfish. Well, they don't sting us. Like the same way like the Hydra won't be able to sting us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, good. One of my friends was fighting yesterday with his. They were just having a hard time, and he came over and was hanging out with me. I was kind of worried about him, and he's just texted me that he's all right. So,
No, that's good.
yeah. I mean, freshwater keepers can always get injured by their pets too. We got piranhas, we got bucktooth tetras, we got arapaima, and those like giant catfish and stuff that can supposedly eat a human. And
That's right. They don't stink because they're freshwater. You know what, Steven? Shut up.
and gosh, even those little sunfish and stuff have spines on their freaking uh you know dorsal fins and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Placostomus are just freaking armor.
Right? Yep, yep,
There's the
yep.
freshwater pufferfish also.
Oh, so we have this little mystery fish in one of our tanks at work, in one of our saltwater
Hey,
tanks.
mystery fish. I love mystery fish.
Yeah. So I think it's a little baby court jester goby. I don't know, but he doesn't have any of like his adult colors. And I cannot find like tiny baby court jester gobies like photos. So I don't know.
Did anybody see Katie Sickland's video on blue sea dragons? I didn't see Katie Sickland's video on it, but I do love those blue sea dragons. Those are the best freaking nudibranchs out there. But they are like venomous or whatever. You don't want to be picked,
Yeah,
even though people do it all the time.
that's a no touchy.
But they're only venomous because of the stuff that they eat.
So yes, so I think they're one of the few that's considered venomous and poisonous. Like you don't want to touch or lick them.
Well, yeah, definitely don't eat them.
Yeah.
Don't eat anything that's brightly colored from the ocean. Like, don't do it.
Or just out in the forest. Like most brightly colored things are
Oh yeah,
brightly colored because they don't care.
yeah. Like, I I was about to say something, but then I was like, well, wait. There's blueberries. I was about to say if it's blue, don't eat it, but like there's
But those are also
blueberries.
not a bright blue. Like I wouldn't
Yeah,
call
they're not like a true blue. It's more
yeah.
like a purpley blue. But yeah, if it's like a bright blue, don't eat it.
Nobody tells me what I can and can't lick. All right, Rachel, you do you, boo boo. I'm just warning you. Think of it more of a warning, and rather me not. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm
That's
warning
the
you
colors
what
are
you.
supposed to be.
I
The
am
more-
warning you what you should not do.
That's why you should stay away from blue-haired people too.
Yeah, don't lick blue-haired people.
Scotty, Gina said we can't lick sea dragon.
Well, no, we've just rephrased that to you. You shouldn't because I forgot you can't tell the internet not to do something. It just makes them want to do it more. So you shouldn't.
You shouldn't do it because you will die.
Yes.
You will delete yourself.
I'll lick what I want to lick.
Or should I say that nudibranch will delete your ass?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I think there was a
Somebody's gonna
video.
do it though. Well, I can't help them if they do it.
Yeah, I think there was a video of somebody had a bunch of them in a Tupperware whenever they were like going through tide pools and they like stuck their hand in it, was like picking them up. And I think a few hours later they made another TikTok or whatever it was, and they were in the hospital. So yeah,
And the people that accidentally, or well, maybe not accidentally, but don't realize that they're picking up like a blue ring octopus, which is like one of the most venomous creatures on Earth, and its beak is like so small and sharp or whatever that it might accidentally bite you and you won't even realize that you got bit,
Yeah.
and friggin' all of a sudden 10 minutes later you're dead.
Tide pool challenge. No.
The tide pool challenge. Put that on TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
Instead of
let
Tide Pod, Tide Pool.
let freaking um survival of the fittest take care of itself, you know?
They look so tiny and cool though, so of course they're horrible. Right, Steven? It's the way. That's the way of the ocean. Yeah, I was who was I talking? I was talking to a customer about something where was it urchins, I think, or rabbit fish? How they're venomous? And he goes, "Oh, well, I don't want that." And I'm like, "Yeah, the ocean's scary sometimes." Or most of the time. It's like, "Yeah, this ocean's scary most of the time."
Bunny, I saw that story about plecos. I actually saw a couple of videos about it. I didn't like read the story, but I just saw videos of people like literally like putting a water bottle up to a pleco and like hydrating it and putting it in water, and then it started like moving again. But I'm not sure if that's like 100% true or not, because I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever picked up a pleco before, but when you grab a big pleco from the tank and you pick it up, it just kind of sits there. And so you can kind of move it around and different stuff. It just sits there and just locks up because that's how it knows to protect itself. Like it's armored, it doesn't need to do anything else. It just locks itself in place. So I almost feel like they just picked up some dirty ass plecos and then just like put some water on it, and it just decided to move its mouth at that time, and they're like, we brought it back to life. Like, I don't think it was ever dead in the first place, or in the stasis or whatever, really, maybe. Like, there is possible that they could do something like that or whatever, because I mean, frogs and whatever else do stuff like that where they like bury themselves deep down and more or less go into a like a stasis mode for a while to keep themselves from freezing. And I don't know, there's weird stuff that happens, and killifish, can, their eggs can like dry out and different stuff like that. So
Yeah, I'll
let's
check it
just
out, Bunny.
try it
I'll,
out. Let's
I'll
check
check
it out.
it out. I know eels, like saltwater eels, they can completely dry out, and then you can put them back in water. It's a yeah, it's an adaptive thing in case they get stuck in a tide pool and the tide pools dry out, and then the next time the tide comes in, they will come back.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking as far as, the things with these plecos is like they might, wedge themselves in caves, and then they're where they originally came from or whatever before they were just invasive everywhere. Um, Sometimes there'd be dry seasons and wet seasons or whatever. So, the maybe where their cave was would sometimes go down, and they would kind of sit there and die for, a month, and then all of a sudden be rehydrated and come back. It's possible. Um, I don't really know enough about it. Like I said, I didn't actually read anything about it. I just saw a couple like shorts of people doing it. And yeah, the pleco looked like it was like a zombie, but it did also look like it was just kind of dry, and people just threw a bunch of dirt on it. And then they're like, look, dry pleco, and then water, it's alive. Like, I don't know.
So I just realized. I'm wearing my sushi shirt, and I just realized the wasabi is the shape of a poop emoji. Like, why did they do that? What the
Wasabi.
heck? I just noticed
Well,
in my camera. I was like, why do I have a poop on my shirt? This is
what
my
else is
sushi
it
shirt. I'm
supposed to
like,
be?
oh, it is. That's the wasabi.
What other shape should it be?
Sometimes they do it. You know how they'll do like stamped butter to look like flowers. I know some sushi places will use that, or I don't know,
Like,
just a ball. They can
like
just
a
make it a
little
ball.
green ice cream
Yeah,
top, like
I guess that
like
is also what the
green
poop
ice
emoji
cream.
looks like, is ice cream topping. You just put a cone underneath
Yeah.
because it tastes like shit, spicy shit.
It's because most of the time you're not getting real wasabi. You're getting green dyed
Horseradish.
horseradish.
Mm-hmm.
Danny just feels like being argumentative. Man, I mean, you're not wrong.
When is Danny not argumentative? No, I'm
You're
just
not
kidding.
wrong. I'm in a mood because like everything has just been like I feel like I got hit with a bunch of freaking hail hail rocks. I just
Do I
got
need to
caught.
send Scotty some wasabi now and have him try it on stream? Just straight wasabi.
A year ago, I saw a documentary where they froze a scorpion in a block of ice for a while and then heated it up super hot, and it was fine. I didn't understand how it was okay with no oxygen. It was on TV.
And they
Well,
follow up, so it must be
it's
true.
like flash freezing cryogenesis. I don't know.
Danny stays argumentative to keep from getting argumentative.
Exactly.
Send him some wasabi paste to try. Yeah. So I had a moment like that earlier. I forgot what my coworker said. Um, but I decided, I like head tilted and she looked at me and I was like, sorry, I'm trying to prevent the well actually moment that my inner Ravenclaw is trying to do right now. And she laughed. She's like, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was that she said. But she was making a joke. And so that's why I decided to just keep quiet about it.
Well, see, there was a hailstorm apparently like right before I bought my house or whatever, or something to where, or
Yeah.
maybe it happened and I didn't realize it or whatever, but some people came by and said that they'd give me a free inspection, and I ended up having like a little bit of hail damage or whatever. Not enough that it was causing any like issue as far as my house goes, but it's like they offered to, replace my roof for free, more or less. So it's just like, all right, sure. And so, sure enough, I got my whole roof replaced for free because insurance covered it, and because it was hail, it didn't like raise my insurance rates or anything. So I didn't have to like pay for it out of any sort of way. And the car is going to be the same sort of thing too. Like it's all hail damage, like an act of God, so they say. So
Yeah.
it doesn't raise your rates, and insurance, if you have full coverage, like it covers this. So
Kids used to put bumblebees in the freezer, and when it went into hibernation mode, they tied a string around it and warmed it up. Pet bumblebees.
yeah.
First class fish says, poor bees. Yeah.
Bees.
I always wondered how they got the string on there. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get it cold first, and then, or you're gonna. It's always easier to catch insects at night as well because they are they respond off of the sunlight, and they just
Mhm.
move faster in the sun, and they're slower when it's dark, and cooler temperatures as
Oh, yeah.
well.
And I forgot to say, hi, Tommy.
Silver Creek is here, and First Class Fish is here. Was the one giving us those messages about the the poor bees. Yep.
Yeah. Um, did anything else happen this week? Oh, I talked about it on my stream on Wednesday, but I will show again. But what did Gina buy this week? I bought A foot massager, and it's the best goddamn thing I've ever bought. Like, I love this thing. I
Uh,
love it so much.
yeah,
Um,
so you bought some stuff from me also on Tuesday, and you were telling me that Nathan
oh
was in
yeah.
the foot massager while you were there,
Yep.
or while I was there, and yep.
Yep. Oh my
And I
gosh,
got
so
to
good.
see the puppy. Oh my goodness, cutest little Aussie Shepherd ever.
Yes, he is. Foot massager. Uh-huh. Yeah, it is a foot. You can't use this for anything else. Like, you put your feet in it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I got it for
You
$30
put
off.
your
And then the
hands
day
in
after yeah, I guess you could put your hands in it. Um, yeah, so I got it for $30 off, so I only paid 109 for it. And then the day after I bought it, it was on sale for like I think like right at 100. Um, but yeah, oh my gosh. So Nathan doesn't like it. It actually did kind of bruise like the outer part of his foot a little bit, so he's not
Oh,
too
it's
keen
gonna
on
feel
it,
like.
but I like it.
No, I don't like those. Is it one of them that has? Oh yeah, the deep kneading shiatsu. Yeah,
Yes, it
I
has
don't like that.
yeah, it
That
has
is,
air pressure. Yeah. Heat, 3 air compression intensities and the kneading, which you can turn those off. Um, so you can turn up or down the kneading, you can turn up and down the air compression, or you can just turn them off. And the heat is either on or off. There is no different intensity. But yeah, it's nice. It's so nice.
uh,
But yeah, your feet go in it. You can't put anything else in there. And these inner parts zip out so you can wash them.
oh,
There's a
nice.
zipper on it so you can clean them. I do like it. I have it under the desk. That's what I was doing the first 30 minutes. I had my feet in it.
Oh my goodness.
It's under my desk right now.
Uh, this is took a turn. Now with that attitude, you can't.
She didn't talk about the other kind of massager on stream Wednesday.
You clean it.
Yeah, I will. I actually am going to do it tomorrow. I have laundry to do tomorrow, so I will take them out and clean it. Nobody look under the desk. It's actually under the desk is the cleanest part of this room. Like the most uncluttered part of this room is under the desk.
You know, I. What's so crazy is I've looked under my bed. Under my bed is the cleanest
Yep.
part of my room because it's never had like anything touch it. It's like the softest carpet ever. Like I swear
Mhm.
there's like almost an inch of difference between the fluffiness of the carpet under my bed versus the carpet everywhere else. It's ridiculous. But it's like my bed's been there for friggin' like 5 years now. So
So Scotty said, I want one of those squirters for my feet, the bucket with jets. I looked into that and I know myself well enough to know I will not keep that clean. And
yeah,
that's
well,
just that's a cesspool for fungus. And I
um,
know that was not going to be good for me. So as long as you keep it clean, then yes. So no, she really said that she'd never clean one. So yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Is like the jet one. Like it's not that I would never clean it. I would just never clean it well enough, and I know that. Like so, but this is better.
yeah. I'd rather just get one of those massage chairs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the best DD quotes of all time. It's clean, I swear.
But man, so another thing, I got my new wallet, which is great, and I haven't been bombarded by wallet ads, which is funny.
Oh
Did
yeah.
everybody else get bombarded by wallet ads? when we talked about wallets so much last week.
We did. I totally forgot about that.
Um, but another thing that I bought, which totally sucks, that I'm, lost my car now or whatever. But I just bought one of these bumper stickers.
Oh no!
Yeah, I got it in now, so whenever I get my new car, I'll put it on there. But uh, I hate those freaking coexist stickers, and I saw this and I'm like, oh my god, I need that.
Steven got wallet ads on his TikTok. Somebody got wallet ads.
Nice. That's funny.
Success.
I didn't get a single wallet ad. I just got the same stupid garbage that I continue to see no matter how many channels I say I'm not interested in, and I say don't ever recommend this channel again. I don't understand.
Yeah. But yeah, I was gonna try to do my nails tomorrow too, but I probably shouldn't use any kind of like nail glue anywhere near this wound until it heals.
No. Just do all the other fingers and then
Just leave that.
Just put nail polish over the bandage.
There we go.
So it's like it matches,
Well, after stream, I'm going to take this off and let it air out for a few hours because I need to let it breathe.
You didn't have to get any stitches, did you?
No.
Okay.
No, if I went to the hospital,
feeling the tip of your finger for a little bit, though.
Do what?
You might, depending on how bad it was, you might lose a little bit of feeling in that area of your finger.
So it's actually like the tip, like right under the nail, like yeah. Like not the quick, but yeah, like right under the nail, right.
Did you take it clean off, or did you just like?
Well, it's a flap, so it didn't actually cut all the way through because the nail helped like shield it. So there is a flap that's gonna die off.
That's one of my favorite words, flap. I just like the way it sounds, flap.
You got the wrong one. The middle is more fun to show off.
I'm dying for a pedi, but I have to see if my toenail grows back. Well, don't do your pedicure like Gina does.
Right.
With a freaking vegetable slicer.
Yeah, don't do that.
I normally get ads for things I just bought. Too late. I was on a mission when I researched that product. Exactly. Right. And that's why I try not to do super heavy research on stuff anymore. I just I know what I want, and I just find something, and once I see what I want or whatever, I just get it. I don't sit there and try to compare a bunch of different stuff or whatever, because I just wanted to buy a watch, and I actually did some research for a couple different days on which watch I wanted to buy, and sure enough, I had ads for watches for months.
Mm-hmm.
I think I finally now I don't have ads for watches anymore, but it took forever to get rid of. It's I already bought the watch. I don't need to see these ads every single day 1,000,000 times.
Yeah. So yeah, Scotty, they'll cut your toenails. They will buff away and remove your calluses on your feet, and then they give you a foot and sometimes a calf massage depending on what pedicure you get. It's very nice.
And if you want to, they'll do nail polish.
Yeah, or you could do clear nail polish. Make your toenails shiny.
They'll cut your cuticles back and all that. They'll make you look and feel nice.
Yes.
And then you can put your feet on OnlyFans.
Yeah, you could.
I bet you Scotty would make bank on OnlyFans selling his feet.
I bet anybody could. Everybody's got a niche. People think they have ugly feet, but there's somebody out there who's into that. Whatever that feature is that you think makes your feet ugly, somebody's into it.
And there's always somebody that hates your foot as well,
Yeah.
because one of my friends just hates all feet. Like he just the idea of feet is just disgusting to him.
Annette, we're talking about selling our feet pics. Nice of you to join us.
Talk about my feet and look who shows up.
Right? Right? Exactly. Gina talking about feet. Scotty's trying to save up for a home. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my feet are so jacked up. Yeah.
Somebody's into it. I promise you.
Yep. See, I was doing a search for like used cars or whatever, and I basically more or less found the perfect replacement car. It was like another Hyundai Veloster, pretty much just like mine. I think it was a 2017 instead of a 2016, and it was yellow instead of red. And it was like, I think it was only like $9,000 or something like that. It was marked as like a really, really good price. But the thing is, it was in Ohio, in like Cincinnati or something like that.
Oh.
And because like the search that I did, I didn't realize at the top it's like there was no local searches for your results, and then it showed other stuff. I was like, oh, there's the perfect car right there in Cincinnati.
So yeah, earlier whenever you were first talking about the storms that we had and you said you didn't know if it made national news, I don't think so, because I think Ohio had us beat for national news for all the tornadoes that they got.
Oh yeah, it got much bigger as it got past us, I guess.
They got smacked with tornadoes.
But man, the freaking hail though, like it was the size of a freaking of a cutie or whatever, you know, the little nectarines.
Yeah. Annette says, I have pics of Scotty's feet. How much are you willing to pay for them? And Zenny said, I'll pay you $50 to never show them to me. See? Already has some offers.
I had this aunt-in-law who had spike toes, but on her feet, and she insisted on wearing flip-flops. For the love of God, put some muck boots on. I have a customer that, I know she's not watching this or whatever. I have a customer that she often will, you know, when she gets home from work or whatever in the early afternoon, yeah, she will, you know, take her shoes off and whatever else and walk around her house barefoot. And yeah, she has spot toes like that too. And sometimes I just can't help but like look down, and I just like, my eyes are just like correct, like toes fixed, because I've never seen it like that before, where like it's like, yeah, her big toe and her first little toe go one direction, and then the other three toes go the other direction. There's like a really nice big space in between it, just like that. I had never seen that before. Chameleon feet.
Yep. How their toes
does kind of like curve in at the end too, like a chameleon foot almost. It's just like, and it's just like my eyes are just like wanting it to like correct itself, and it doesn't. It's just like, no.
I wonder if it's like the tendons or the muscles that are formed wrong to be able to cause that to happen.
I don't know. Or maybe maybe it's something where like, because I know there's like all these studies now about saying like you shouldn't put shoes on your baby's feet or something like that for so long or whatever. And there's other people that say humans should never wear shoes because shoes, you know, mess with your proper stance and all that stuff. But whatever else, you know, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is possible that, like, yeah, the foot got like kind of jammed up in the shoe or whatever, and just formed incorrectly or whatever. Same way as like, you know, like foot binding in China, where their foot forms like this instead of like that.
Well, that's manipulated. Those aren't. That's not
Well,
natural.
yeah. Well, but that's what I mean. Like, when you're wearing shoes all the time as a kid that don't actually fit your feet, but you're not old enough to communicate that to your parents that your feet are always hurting. Like your feet might form like this versus
Yeah.
properly or whatever.
And Big Steve said, "I always thought. I bet you couldn't cow tip her. She's probably as stable as a mountain goat."
God, I'm trying not to make fun of her, even though I know she's not watching this or anything like
Well, he
that.
said he knew somebody with the same,
Yeah,
and he always thought about that about her.
yeah.
Um.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else that really happened this week.
yeah. Ugh.
Gotta go grocery shopping tomorrow.
But yet tomorrow I get to pick up my rental car. Uh, Even though my insurance hasn't like gone and appraised my car, when I look on the app or whatever, it's like there's a message or that says like we still don't know where your car is at or whatever. When I clearly put in the address and the address is listed where it was and where the incident was, and I said my car is non-drivable, so my car is obviously still at the address of the incident. So,
Yep.
like, what do you mean you guys don't know where my car is at or whatever? But so I still haven't heard any more from since I made my claim, but I have sent them pictures and I applied for they said I qualified for the rental car or whatever, so I went ahead and applied for the rental car just so I don't have to drive this little bitty stick shift car around. And my insurance, it says like $50 a day up to like $1,500. So more or less, they would cover a little bitty, like the most basic little compact little Chevy Aveo car for like up to like 57 days or something like that. Or, there's a couple other levels of cars. I could actually pick more or less what I wanted to like get from Enterprise, and I decided to pick a premium car. We'll see what that
There
ends
you
up
go.
with. But if I end up coming out with a Corvette or something like that, I'd be like, hell yeah. Because it would do the premium car for up to 42 days. And I'm not going to be driving a rental car for more than 42 days. I'm going to find, if they, decide to total it out, they're going to freaking, give me the money and I'll be able to buy a new car before 42 days. And
Yeah.
if they don't decide to total it out, which I don't know why they wouldn't, um, then I'm sure my insurance will end up covering more if it ends up taking a lot longer to do the repairs because of various sorts of delays or whatever, because it's out of my control. And that's what insurance is supposed to do.
Yep.
But I figured, insurance companies screw us over and stuff all the time. So it's their turn to, hold their end of the bargain.
Right.
But I'm very happy with State Farm, though. They do a good job of taking care of me for the most part. The whole commercial, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Like, filling out the claim on the app was super duper easy. And it was just like, all right, I'm done. Claim done. Now I just gotta wait. But I am a little worried or whatever that I haven't heard anything about it yet, or they haven't like checked out my vehicle or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully they'll get onto it soon.
Like with all neighbors, State Farm has hair. Oh man. I need to figure out what's going on with this 55 gallon and why fish don't like it. Even fish that you would think would like fast flow because they come from like rivers and stuff. Yeah. Though I thought about maybe it's not even just so much the fast flow. Like maybe it'd just be at nighttime or something. Like when they're more like asleep or whatever. They don't want to necessarily fight the flow and so like maybe I should turn off the power head at night, put
Yeah,
it on
maybe.
a timer or something. But I could always just see turning it off. I don't know. I gotta do some more tests or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's not severe algae growth or anything, so there's not like crazy amount of nutrients or whatever that are in the water. There's a little bit of diatoms on stuff, a little bit of like browning on the sand and on the rock, and just a tiny bit on some of the plants. But you know, diatoms are diatoms, and they're always kind of there, and that's why I wanted to get the Siamese algae eater to constantly, feed on the diatoms and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it'd be the perfect tank ready to accept fish, and they just all died. I don't know.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm
Lame.
a beginner fish keeper again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm gonna try to get some more blue neos in at work. And try to get some more blue neos. We have some orange and reds in, but I'm like, I'm running low on blues. I want some blues.
The birds are in the other room. I'm sure I can make them say something.
Oh, Marco hates the bandage. By the way, she will not step up for me at all.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she will not let me pick her up right now. She hates me. Absolutely hates me.
That's kind of there. They only want to be really loud and noisy when I'm trying to watch YouTube out in the living room.
Mm-hmm. Or if
They're
you're
like,
on the
I
phone.
like to make noise too with YouTube video. We.
Yep.
That's the sound he always makes. What was funny is I had my friend over last night, and we're chilling or whatever. And he's like, is he normally that noisy? And I'm like, yeah, kind of. Especially when there's other noise and stuff going on, he likes to be included, and it's when he's happy or whatever. But it was really funny because Willow started doing his, and then after doing that for like in a row, like over and over and over, all of a sudden, Casper was just like, I just did a quick little chirp, and he stopped. And he's like, shut up.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Marco, she likes to scream whenever I'm on the phone. Or when
yeah.
Nathan and I are talking in the living room, just about our day, she likes to interrupt that.
Yeah, most of the sounds that they make, I don't really mind, but he just does this thing where like I'm not even sure. It might be both of them. In fact, it probably is both of them. But after they do their little like friggin' vanilla ice, go 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 shit, whatever that is. Darn, I can't remember what they say with that now. But friggin' after he does that, he just does this like, like screech, and like it just cracks in this just horrible way. and it's just like my musician ears are just like ah.
Yeah.
I just wish you would just focus more on whistling versus screaming or anything else, really. They always find that sound, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Or if they start imitating your microwave, like some kind of high pitched beep, that's always fun.
Yeah. I'm kind of waiting for that day that all of a sudden I just hear my microwave beeping when I'm not microwaving anything.
Yep.
It's going to happen one of these days. But no matter what, I'm never going to let a smoke detector go without a battery for a long period of time. Like, as soon as I hear that beep, it's like, gotta change that
You're like,
immediately.
yep, nope, this ain't happening.
Can't have the birds learning that sound. Even though they already know how to make that sound, it's just they're gonna be like, oh, so everything makes that sound. Maybe, and hear me out, y'all are making sounds they don't like, and they're repeatedly telling y'all to shut the fuck up. Just say,
Probably.
it's true.
That's fair.
Roman, what's up, buddy? You're still alive. Good to know. My car's wrecked, dude. Roman's my old roommate that I talk about like all the time.
Oh. Well, hello.
Yeah, so we had Roman, you're late. We had a big old hailstorm on Thursday, and though my house, like where the house is fine, the depot where I work at is in O'Fallon, and that's where it got hit super hardcore with hail. So my car literally looks like a crazy ex girlfriend came and just started beating it with a hammer. Like the hood is just punched everywhere. Windshield has two cracks in it. That's just the big one. The passenger side plastic on the doors cracked and can peel off. The whole roof is just cracked all the way around with a big old punch there, and just cracked like crazy. All of that, and just cracked all the way around. And then there's like holes in the plastic between the hood and the windshield as well. I just got hit like crazy with hail. The whole car is just bam, 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 bam. CJ send you a picture. Oh man. Yeah. There was hail that was the size of a clementine, dude. Insurance is helping. They haven't like acclaimed my car or appraised it or whatever the word is. They haven't checked it out yet to tell me if they're gonna total it or whatever repairs, anything like that. So um, right now it's just sitting at work. I've been driving my nephew's old car that Sarah and Andy own, my sister and brother-in-law, and but tomorrow I'm picking up a rental car, and that's what I was just talking about before you popped in here. That I'm going to be picking up a rental car tomorrow, and I picked a premium rental car, and so we'll see what sort of car is premium, because there was like compact, four-door sedan, uh, upgraded, uh, then there was like premium, and then there was like luxury. And I didn't want to pick luxury because I didn't want to drive a freaking like Lincoln Town car or a freaking Cadillac or Jaguar or anything like that. I didn't want to drive something like that. But if I end up with like something like a Camaro or something like that, that'd be cool. Yeah, you got the best truck, the most American truck out there, the Toyota Tacoma. Even though it's a Toyota, a foreign brand, apparently most of the parts or whatever are actually made and manufactured here in the United States. The most, well, more than anything else, apparently, according to something that I read. KJE Aquatics, what's up? My cat and I
KJE.
are offended. LOL. No, nothing wrong with the Cadillac. I just didn't want to drive like a new one, like a big old fancy one, looking like, big pimpin' here in the ghetto where I live. So I
Yeah.
didn't, I didn't want a car that was gonna be like break into me. But a premium is nice enough to where I can be like, I have a nice looking car, but it's not like, you know, big pimping car.
Yeah. Although there are a fair amount of Cadillacs around us that drive
you, got,
around in our little city.
you got your tiny house finished? Hell yeah. I've been meaning to ask how your progress was going. Last we talked, which was like, I guess, a year ago, about your progress on the house. Like, you're still working on the plumbing and that sort of stuff. But hey, Roman, while I got you in here, I was gonna try to take a vacation around your birthday time, but it didn't end up working just because I don't have as much vacation this year as I did last year because, well, I used like all my vacation last year plus a little bit of extra vacation around the holiday season. So I started this year in the negative as far as vacation goes. But I'm taking a vacation around my birthday time, and I was probably going to try to come down and see you down in the boot heel.
The boot heel.
Not finished, but getting there. Got electric, need water. There you go. Well, that's nice. Oof.
Hell yeah.
What a Gen Z thing to say there, Zen. Oof.
I'm my coworker gave me some codes for Loungefly, and so that's what I'm doing right now is shopping, and I literally just found this McDonald's Happy Meal purse. Oh my god, hold on, I have to show it. Hold on. I might need this. Look at this.
Nice.
Literally the McDonald's Happy Meal, but it's a purse. Oh gosh. Like, why do I want this so bad?
Well, Roman, I wasn't saying I was gonna live in your tiny house with you. I understand that it's a tiny house, but I was, you're gonna take a couple days down there. Yeah, probably get a hotel or something, or just sleep in my car, depending on what car I end up with now.
That's over the top. Oh my god, I want that. Yeah, me too. Like, why do I want this so bad?
The nostalgia
The nostalgia. Oh my
and the
god.
dumbness of it.
I didn't even look at the price tag. How much is it? Oh, it's only $40.
$40.
That's not bad. Oh my god. Gosh. Okay,
What's the
cool.
story?
Add the bag.
The
Oh, but I have to. Oh, I have to pick it up in the store. I can't have it shipped.
Go to the picture of the opening again. I want to see what the storage is like.
It's just an open
Oh,
bag.
oh, it's got like one zipper. It looks like
Yeah,
maybe
most
one on the
bags.
other side
Yeah,
too.
most bags will have this inner zipper pocket, but there is no. It doesn't look like there's any other divider otherwise, which is fine.
Is there a locket? Nope, doesn't look like it.
Yeah, there's no outer pocket either, so it's literally just the inside of the bag. So it's just a showpiece. Is there a wallet?
There's enough room for air mattresses. See, you're supposed to get
Heater
a
and
pull-out couch.
fries,
You have a
saddle
little couch
seat.
that turns into a bed and fills up the entire room. Does it
There's
smell
the
like grease?
gingerbread man
I'm
lunchbox.
Yeah, it's supposed to smell like grease and French fries.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a pool floaty. That's what that is. Okay.
Ah.
But look, there's the gingerbread man from Shrek. It's a lunch bag.
Oh,
Not the gumdrop buttons. Okay, I
not
showed it.
my gumdrop buttons. I have one eventually. Building a house takes forever. Yeah, especially in today's economy.
Poor Nathan, says Bunny. Yeah, she knows that I would be wearing that on our date nights. That's my date night bag.
And it's a small one. I couldn't imagine building a normal sized house. Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, they're putting up so many houses like crazy fast around here. There's all
Yeah.
these different new neighborhoods coming in where they're building all these, a whole bunch more, 2 and 3 story houses and stuff. It's just like, whatever happened to building affordable housing,
Yep.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man!
Man.
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man. Um, Danny does a good gingerbread. I do a better one when my mouth isn't like super dry from having been pretty much continuously talking for an hour and a half. Ugh. I get a little stuffed up. Affordable housing was code for more housing. Yeah. More housing that nobody can afford.
Yeah, Nathan and I bought our house at a good time. Before they got stupid expensive.
Well, thank you. I rearranged it, well, probably about a year ago now, I guess. But now I got like a full computer in here and stuff.
Yeah, I've thought about rearranging this room. Do we like the desk behind here? Because I literally just use it for storage. That's all it's got like some office supplies and stuff in there, but I was kind of thinking about getting rid of it.
Well, I mean, I like how we can use it to display all your Pokeballs and stuff like that.
Well, I was thinking about getting putting
By the
shelves.
head.
I was thinking
But
about putting shelves there instead.
that Monstera's getting
I know, it's getting
large.
nuts.
Mine's
Yeah.
mine's not necessarily growing super fast, but it's still in the water. Like I haven't put it in a pot or anything yet. So
Yeah. I should probably upgrade its pot soon. It's a little big for such a small pot.
see the gingerbread impression and the um uh Pinocchio impression are almost the same. Pinocchio just kind of has like a little bit less of like an innocent and more of a like a naughty sort of sound to it, but it's almost produced the same way. I'm trying to remember because Pinocchio is like, I'm wearing ladies' underwear. Like,
That's it.
whereas like, you're wearing ladies' underwear. But I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy. But then all those voices are so similar to like Mickey Mouse, really.
Yeah.
You know, that's all where they kind of derived from. And you're be a good boy, huh? So having plants in my tanks is great. The water is not great for my terrestrial plants. I had first to do one. Huh? Yeah, that laugh. So what about those pretty rings? Oscar water used to be the best water. Having plants in my tanks is great. The water is not great for my terrestrial plants. I add ferts to their water. I'm not sure. Oscar water used to be the best. So your water's not good for the plants anymore, you're saying, because you add fertilizer to the water? Your Oscar's finally dead. Oh, man. I think last winter they got too cold even with the heater. Dude, last winter was brutal.
Yeah.
And uh I'm not sure if you watched any of the replays or not, but there was a period of time that the heat, like my heater went out, and I was heating the house with space heaters, and that radiating heater that you left, which is actually right here next to me. That's funny. Look, fix the camera. There we go. Um, but yeah, like I lost some fish when that happened too. The house just got too cold overnight sometimes and different things like that when I didn't want to have a space heater going when I'm asleep and stuff like that. And just couldn't keep the house at a stable temperature. And I had this really, really nice bed of fish that I should have put in a tank that had a heater in it or whatever, but he seemed fine, and then all of a sudden, just the next day, he was gone. So the goldfish is still alive. Okay, so these goldfish that the damn goldfish is still alive. So let's see, Roman, you moved out. Okay, so I bought the house 5 years ago, right? So you bought those Oscars like probably like 4 years ago, and then he got some goldfish to feed the Oscars. And the Oscars ate most of the goldfish, but they left like, I don't know, like what, like three or four, sometimes maybe more. Sometimes they left more too. But so he's got goldfish now that he's had, for like, like 3 or 4 years, and the Oscars are gone, but the food is still alive. I bought a new one, Gladys PU. And the Pleca and Guppies are all together. Oh, nice. You still got a bunch of fish down there. And so you had a 75-gallon and a 55-gallon, right?
I'm starting to get algae in my, like, hair algae and stuff in my shrimp tank because I leave the light on too long.
Oh, no. Don't.
Yeah. It's my own fault.
Oh. Now I understand. Never had plants in the tanks. The water was great for growing excellent plants. Now I have beautiful plants in the tanks, and now I can't use the water to grow other plants. Yeah, I kind of understand what you mean. But better water, if you kind of do it at the, slightly lower pH, like between 6 and 7, that's great for like blueberries and a lot of different berries and stuff too. They like slightly acidic plant, and you know great for the cannabis too. They like acidic plants. They're acidic water. Yeah. Down to a 75. All right, nice. Tastes real pretty. Yep. But yeah, that reminds me, I'm gonna have to take my lemon tree in tomorrow as well before it gets dark because tomorrow night is supposed to get down to below freezing again, which is
I
just
was just
stupid.
about to check that. I'm like, oh yeah, down to like 26. Yep,
What yet? Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day.
it is. Oh my
Um,
god.
and pretty much the end of winter as well.
I
Which
was just I was just about to say, I totally forgot that last Saturday on my way to work, apparently Florissant decided to have their St. Patrick's Day parade last Saturday.
oh
Yeah, so I was on my way to work. I worked like afternoon to like close ish.
hmm,
Um, and
hmm,
yeah, in the library parking lot, all the floats were like lining up and like putting on their final touches and stuff about to start the parade. And I'm like, should somebody tell them that St. Patrick's Day is next weekend? Like
yeah,
they're a whole week early. What the
they
heck?
actually did the same thing with Christmas too. All of a sudden, like I heard the parade with Santa Claus waving or whatever on like it was like December 15th or something like that. I'm like, what the hell is Santa doing here now?
Right. Yeah, so I through the car, not on my phone, but I sent Nathan a message. I was like, "So apparently Florissant's having their St. Patrick's Day parade today." And he goes, "Uh-oh, where are you stuck?" And I was like, "No, luckily I left just before the parade started, so I'm not stuck
Right.
anywhere." It's just weird.
So I was reading up on St. Patrick's Day and kind of how it originated and developed and became kind of the holiday that we know it what it is now. And what's funny is, yeah, we associate, you know, corned beef and cabbage with uh, St. Patrick's Day and being an Irish food, but apparently the Irish actually prefer pork over beef, so they would much rather do corned pork.
Hmm.
And
Apparently it's Zenny and her husband's anniversary. Happy 17 years.
nice, nice. I'll be doing karaoke tomorrow since I didn't get to do karaoke on Thursday since I didn't have a car because it got busted by hail. But
Yeah.
I will have a rental car and I'm gonna go do karaoke in style in my premium rental car.
They're gonna give you like a Mustang or a Charger or something with
Yeah, I
terrible gas
really hope so.
mileage.
I really hope so. Like I hope premium meant that it takes premium gas. Like I'll deal with it for the time being, but I just want to drive something fancy for a month. Screw it.
There you go. Treat yourself.
Yep. Drake is having a baby. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
oh, so that does remind me. I know a lot of people are pushing to try to get me to the Clash this year. I just found out that my boss's wife is pregnant and she's due like mid October. So that cannot happen this year. So
There
I
you go.
for sure am not going to the
The
Clash
boss
this
is
year.
going to the Clash this year.
I am not going. Yeah, because this will be their second child, and apparently his wife had their first child a little bit early. So if it's similar, like there's a chance that she could go in the labor, while I'm gone, and I don't want to risk that happening. So
Yeah.
I have to be there in case he needs to go on paternity leave. But next year, I'm planning on going next year.
Yep. There we go. next year I might do Fishtoberfest.
No, I know Jenna was pushing real hard. She
I
probably
know, but
already had like a list of people who I could share a hotel room with and everything.
she
I'm
already had
sorry.
a freaking GoFundMe going.
Right, she's like ready to fire it. Like she already had it set up and everything.
Dude, yes, we were gonna go
Yes.
on a cruise when we first got back from Iraq, and that never happened.
Yeah.
So we need to make that happen, dude. We need to go on a freaking Alaskan cruise where we
Oh,
can watch the fucking whales and then see the freaking aurora borealis and all this magnificent glory. Like, we need to
so
make that shit happen.
Nathan and I were gonna take a cruise for our 10-year anniversary, but then that was 2020, so that didn't happen. So,
Yeah, right.
do bosses get paternity leave? So, Petco does support males getting, like fathers getting paternity leave. So, yes, he will go on. I forgot to ask him today if it's 6 weeks or 12 weeks that he'll be taking.
Yeah. Mm. But yeah, see, me, Roman, and a couple other people were all talking about how we were going to go on a cruise when we got back from Iraq. But first, we wanted to give ourselves a little bit of time to, like, readjust to being back to home life and all that before we did that. And, 1 week turned into 2 weeks, turned into a month, turned into 2 months, turned into a year, turned into it never happened. So yeah,
Um,
5 day Alaskan cruise. Yeah, that's what I want to do is a 5 day Alaskan cruise.
oh, it wasn't a gender stereotype. It was just wondering if it worked like that for management. Yep, all employees
Oh
um,
yeah,
get maternity and
the
paternity. I think
assistant
full.
manager just takes the lead for
Yeah,
that
I
period of
just
time.
become head manager of the store. Um, but yeah, all full time employees.
I
If you're
was
part
just at
time,
Taco Bell earlier, and apparently all the store managers and stuff were going. I don't remember what she said they were going, but they were going to be out of town from like Sunday until Wednesday.
yeah,
So Taco Bell is going to be run not even with an assistant manager for
yeah. So
like 4 days.
Petco does that too. So it's a week long, like all the store managers across the country go to this like Petco, like what do they call it? Essentially like a big conference where it's like all of corp, like CEO, everybody goes to it. Um, they do all kinds of like management building and team building, tell you about all the things that are changing over the next year and what all the goals are and all that stuff.
Yep.
Um, but uh, yeah, all full time employees get paid maternity or paternity leave. Part time employees will get the time off; it just won't be paid.
They do that with John Deere also.
Hmm.
They go to Vegas. Oh,
Last year it
nice.
was at Vegas. Yeah, this year I think it's gonna be in Texas, or the next one it'll be in Texas. But I think last year it was in Vegas.
See, Roman works for John Deere down there in the Boot Heel selling like tractor equipment and all that stuff.
Yeah, corporate
And
schmoozapalooza. Yeah. Oh yeah.
his channel is currently about like blacksmithing metals and stuff like that.
Oh, but I just seen a TikTok or Instagram. I don't remember what app I was on, but there's this nerd cruise called Joko Cruise where it's like they have a bunch of like they have a video game area set up, they have a board game area set up, and then they supply you like with your badge or whatever. There'll be pens that says like yes, make new friends, or no, doesn't want to socialize or whatever, so you can kind of indicate that way. Or if you have a table set up for playing games, you have like a placard that says yes, inviting new players, or no, not invite, like closed session or something. And they'll have like speakers. I was just like, oh, that cruise looks amazing. And then whenever they have concerts going on or whatever, and you don't want to like go down and attend the concert, they have like these what Bluetooth ear headphones that you can put on so you can listen to the concert. Yeah, it's
No.
amazing.
Danny, so is insurance covering your car damage that's not a dent in my hood and trunk myself? They haven't gotten back to me or not. I know they're gonna cover. Well, they are gonna cover it. I know that already, just based off of how my coverage works. It's just a matter of if they're going to say they're going to cover repairs or if they're just going to total my car out, because body work is super expensive nowadays. The whole glass panel that was shattered is one of those that has all the like electric wire, like heating and all that stuff in it as well. So that's a very expensive panel of glass to replace. And it was tinted as well. And like all the whole body, like they're gonna have to replace all the doors, the hood, everything. Like
Yeah.
they're most likely just gonna be like it's total. So yeah, so what total means for you people up there in Canada, it means like total recall or whatever. They're going to pay for the total amount of the car because it is destroyed.
The
Like,
damage is gonna cost more to fix it than what the car is worth.
yeah,
Yeah. So they're
yeah.
gonna pay you what the car is worth. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to pay for repairs or if they're just going to pay for the car.
Yeah.
Because when I bought the car, like 4 years ago or so, it was like $16,000. And apparently, the way inflation and stuff has gone up or whatever, like used car value has gone up tremendously. So my car most likely is still worth the same amount that it was, like 4 years ago. But I don't know if they're going to pay that full amount or pay me less or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
If they pay me the total of the car or something like that, I don't know. I might still try to get it repaired, or I don't know. Well, no, if they pay you the total, you can't get it repaired. They junked it. That's right. The insurance company buying your car. So. But then you can buy a new car. Well, I don't want to buy a new car because new cars are really expensive. Used cars cost as much as a new car should be, and this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I really liked my Hyundai Veloster. I really wish I could just get another Hyundai Veloster, but based off of what's available currently, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get another Hyundai Veloster. I was looking at this, we got like 2 minutes, so I was looking at a Mitsubishi Mirage that looks kind of nice. Already has a couple like extra stuff with like the blacked out back lights and stuff. And I like little hatchback cars. And then I was also looking at this Kia Optima, which is just really basic or whatever, but they don't have any more pictures of it. So it seems like a good price for a 2014 hybrid Kia Optima, but I don't know if there's like what the interior looks like or anything like that because there's no more pictures than just that one.
Yeah.
I buy my cars from auctions, so yeah.
That's risky though.
Optima is so, but
yeah. I said that's gonna be you. You're getting the car as is.
Yeah. Yeah, there is like people that sell like cars locally through like I was just searching through like Auto Trader, and so there was like local stuff too or whatever. And this one lady was selling her like hybrid car or whatever, and it was being like, it's like needs hybrid work or whatever. I'm like, well, I don't know what that means, but I don't know. I definitely just I would love to get a diesel, but diesel's too expensive nowadays. Um, I just don't really want to get a truck, even though I would love to get a truck, just gas on a truck. Like, gosh, when I was driving my brother's truck, when I was getting my engine replaced on my car, like, I was paying twice as much to fill it up as I was to fill up my car. And I was doing it probably almost twice as often as I was filling up my little car because I just don't want to drive a truck. But, yeah, we'll see what I can end up with. But, we are here at the 2 hour mark. So, thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Fishing Friends. I'm going to have long hair again for a little bit because I couldn't get an appointment for another 4 months. So, the great cut of 2024 has been pushed off for a little bit. But you'll learn more about that in future live streams. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. So long. Thanks for the fishing.